Somebody works for me on my Twitter, put a statement out that was totally negative. I got to take responsibility for
Somebody works for me on my Twitter put a statement out that was totally negative. I got to take responsibility for it. Because they work for me, why would I do something like that? They don't even make no damn sense. My whole brand is to be motivational, and the phone rang, and it was in a girl, and I'm over there against the window at my desk talking. But I hung up. I didn't know she heard it. In a recent revelation, it has been alleged that Brandi Harvey has disclosed a startling claim. Marjorie Harvey Steve Harvey's wife has supposedly deceived him for a staggering $200 million, despite Steve and Marjorie refuting rumors of infidelity and divorce. These allegations have left many skeptics convinced that underlying issues persist within their relationship. So let's get started to investigate what is actually going on. So I fell asleep, and then I heard some noise in the hallway. The ongoing drama within Steve Harvey's family shows no signs of abating as tensions persist between his biological children and his wife Marjorie. Notably, his eldest daughter Brandi appears to harbor significant reservations towards Marjorie, with sources indicating a long-standing lack of trust. Rumors have circulated that Marjorie may have influenced Steve to prioritize his adopted children over his biological offspring. For the specifics of what transpired between Brandi and Marjorie, the details remain a subject of speculation and hearsay. Steve Harvey and his wife Marjorie are slamming cheating allegations. The talk show host and his wife of 16 years. The strained relationship between Steve's children and Marjorie has become even more apparent with her recent allegations, shedding light on the deeply troubled dynamics within the family. These accusations don't appear out of thin air, as suspicions have surrounded Marjorie since her marriage to Steve. Social media has been abuzz with discussions about whether Marjorie's motivations for being with Steve are solely financial rather than rooted in genuine affection. Don't ever try to fit in when God has clearly created you to stand out. Always be a lady. In recent days, Marjorie Elaine Harvey, the wife of Steve Harvey, has become a trending topic due to allegations of infidelity and divorce. The accusations involve Marjorie allegedly cheating on Steve Harvey with both her personal bodyguard and chef. Furthermore, it's been claimed that she requested a staggering $200 million divorce settlement. In light of these cheating rumors, this substantial sum would purportedly be drawn from Steve Harvey's estimated $400 million net worth. Moreover, following the same, she has filed for divorce and demanded $200 million in settlement. The allegations of infidelity quickly gained traction across the internet, spreading rapidly as online delved deeper. They discovered that the individual implicated in the affair had a prior history, having been the same person who had introduced them as a matchmaker back in 2005. However, it appears Steve Harvey eventually reached a breaking point in the face of persistent rumors surrounding his wife. Breaking his silence at InvestFest 2023, the comedian directly addressed the situation, urging people to redirect their attention towards more meaningful pursuits and emphasizing that their relationship was intact. Steve said, "We fine. I don't know what you're doing, but find something else to do because we're fine. I ain't got no time for rumors and gossip. God's been good to me. I'm still shining." Despite Steve Harvey's efforts to refute the rumors, a significant portion of fans remain skeptical and convinced that his response is merely a smokescreen to avoid acknowledging Marjorie's alleged infidelity. One of them wrote he didn't address whether she cheated or not, though another one added he doesn't look fine for some reason. "I always thought she was the sneaky type, something about her smidge, but that's not all." The intricacies of the Harvey family drama extend beyond just financial concerns. Steve's biological children hold the belief that Marjorie has not only influenced their father against them, but also diverted his attention towards her own children. Persistent rumors have circulated for years, suggesting that Marjorie played a role in pressuring Steve to adopt her 3 children and bestow his last name upon them. Initially finding this situation peculiar, it looks like Brandi and her siblings chose not to press further, assuming it would conclude there. However, events took a different turn, revealing a more complex reality than they had anticipated. Throughout their years of marriage, Marjorie has consistently elevated her own children, particularly Lori, into the spotlight. This dynamic has led many to question the favoritism displayed, as Lori, who is not Steve's biological child, has become more famous than his other offspring. The notable discrepancy in treatment has triggered tensions between Lori and Steve's biological children, who harbor feelings of resentment due to the apparent preferential treatment Lori receives. Rom, their father, according to a source, he did the right thing adopting Marjorie's kids and loves them like his own. But there's a lot of dissension among the blended Harvey clan. Steve Harvey elaborated on the situation, acknowledging that jealousy has regrettably persisted among the siblings regarding Lori as the most prominent of his children. Lori has taken center stage due to her high-profile romantic relationships, intensifying the spotlight on her and inadvertently contributing to the tensions among the siblings. According to another insider, Brandi and the other kids reportedly hold the belief that Marjorie played a role in pressuring Steve to prioritize Lori's prominence over his own children. This perceived favoritism is believed to be a driving factor behind Lori's elevated fame among the siblings. The prevailing sentiment on the internet is that Marjorie was determined to ensure the success of her own children, even if it meant sidelining Steve's biological kids. Allegedly, she made concern Ted efforts to diminish the significance of his biological children. For instance, during Steve's second marriage, his ex-wife Mary accused Steve of showing anger towards her son Winton during visitation. This occurred while Steve was already married to Marjorie. Some believe that Marjorie might have exacerbated Steve's feelings towards Winton, possibly with the intention of prompting Winton's mother to seek full custody. This move could potentially have reduced the number of children competing for Steve's attention, benefiting Marg's own children. The case surrounding the situation was marked by significant drama at the time, and Winton's mother Mary disclosed disturbing details. She alleged that Winton confided in her, revealing that Steve had engaged in physical altercations with him, resorting to hitting him on multiple occasions. Mary further claimed that there was an instance where Steve's anger escalated to the point where he struck Winton so forcefully in the chest that it had a profound impact on him. Adding to the series of concerning allegations, Mary asserted that Winton once returned home visibly bruised, alleging that Steve had administered a physical punishment concerning his schoolwork. Despite Marjorie's speculated intentions to drive a wedge between Steve and Winton, her plans didn't yield the desired outcome. Steve ultimately filed for full custody of Winton and emerged victorious in the custody battle. This might be attributed to the disparity in resources, as Mary couldn't afford high-profile legal representation for the custody case. It also appears Marjorie's alleged attempts to distance individuals from Steve extended beyond Winton, as she reportedly achieved a similar result with Steve's first son from his initial marriage, Brack. Despite all of Steve's children now being adults, a few years ago, Braddock disclosed that he had a practically non-existent relationship with Steve until he turned 16 years old. Indeed, despite fulfilling financial obligations such as child support, Steve's absence in Brucey's life for a staggering 16 years is astonishing. It's worth noting that this absence can't be attributed to a lack of understanding or an inability to connect with his children, as Steve demonstrated active involvement in the lives of Marjorie's children to the extent that Marjorie's kids regarded Steve as their primary father figure, even when their